Hello students, welcome to your data communication and computer network class. This is for 4th sem IT students. Today I will discuss an important topic of data communication, that is OSI model. After completion of this session, the student will able to know about OSI reference model and services in the OSI model. So let us first discuss why we should use the reference model and why layering is required in the model. Okay, so reference model serves as an outline of rules for how protocol can be used to allow communication between computers. Means how the protocol is used to communicate between two protocols. And each layer has its own function and provides support to other layer. Means in reference model, each separate layer have its own functions which provide support to other layers. Okay, and a layer should only be created where the definite level of abstraction are needed. And the function of each layer should be selected as per the internationally standardized protocol. Means each layer have their function as per internationally standardized protocols, and the number of layers should be large so that separate functions should not be put in same layer. Means there may be many layers so that separate function should not be put in one layer. Okay, separate function always put in different layer, but at the same time it should be small enough so that the architecture doesn't become very complicated. Okay, means we should specify a specific number of layer, not more layer or not less layer. In the OSI model, each layer relies on the next lower layer to perform primitive functions. Means in OSI model, each layer depend on the lower layer and every layer should able to provide service to the next higher layer. Means it provides service to the higher layer. Okay, and change made in one layer should not need changes in other layer. Means the main functions of layer are divided. Means each layer have its own specific function. The task of the reference model is subdivided and each layer have its specific function. Okay, and changes made in one layer should not need to change in another layer, and each layer have separate function. Okay, and it provides service to the upper layer. And the OSI reference model is a theoretical model and a well-known model, that is TCP/IP. In this video class, I will cover OSI model, and in next video class, I will discuss about TCP/IP model. So let's discuss about OSI reference model. OSI means Open System Interconnections Model. It is a theoretical blueprint that helps us to understand how data gets from one user's computer to another. OSI model is a set of protocols that allow any two systems to communicate regardless their architecture. Whatever the architecture in the computer, they can be communicate with the help of OSI. The purpose of OSI model is to show how to communicate between different computers without requiring changes to the hardware and software. It is also a model that helps to develop standards so that all of our hardware and software talk nicely to each other. Okay, and the OSI reference model has 7 layers. From the sender side, the application layer is the first layer, then presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. The upper 3 layer application, presentation, and session layer are software related layer, and network, data link, and physical are hardware related layer, and transport layer is heart of OSI. At the receiver side, the physical layer is the first layer. So layer 1, 2, 3 and 4 related to communication technology. Okay, and 5, 6, 7 related to user application. These upper layer are related to user application or software, and lower layer are related to communication or hardware. And to remember this layer's name, you may remember the statement, all people seem to need data processing. Okay, this line, all people seem to need data processing, means the A of all indicate application layer, P indicate presentation layer, S indicate session layer, T indicate transport layer, and N indicate network layer, D indicate data link layer, and P indicate physical layer. Now let us discuss each layer briefly and what are the functions of these layers detailedly. So first of all, we discuss about application layer. Application layer is at the top level of the OSI model. It is permissible by this layer to the software or user to get access to the network, means it is the topmost layer, and the user interact with this layer to access network. It provides interface and support for services such as electronic mail, remote file access and transfer, shared database management, directory service, network resources, etc. and other types of distributed information services also. Means the application layer mainly holds application program to act upon the received and to be sent data. Okay, and it contains variety of protocol that are commonly used by the user. For example, HTTP hypertext transfer protocol, which is used for World Wide Web. Okay. So the application layer, which is interface between the user and the network, it may use many type of protocol. For example, here in case it is using, the user is using X.500, FTAM and X.400. X.400 is message handling services. Okay, so this user is using this protocol X.400, and FTAM means file transfer, access and management. So the data from application layer come to the presentation layer. The next layer is presentation layer. Presentation layer take care that the data is sent in such a way that the receiver will understand the information and will be able to use the data. Means the data from application layer is translated so that the receiver can understand. Okay, while receiving the data, presentation layer transform the data to be ready for the application layer means at the receiver type, at the receiver side, the data are transformed so that the receiver can understand, means the application layer is ready to receive at that format. Okay, language can be different of two communicating system. Maybe the two system have different language, different architecture, different operating system. Under this condition, the presentation layer play role of translator, means it translate from one language to another language. So at the presentation layer, it perform data compression, data encryption and data conversion, etc. Okay, so data from application layer come to presentation layer, and in this presentation layer, the presentation layer translate in form that the receiver, means this receiver can understand. Okay, and the data may be encoded, encrypted and compressed. Okay, here in presentation layer, at the sender side, it encrypted and compressed. At the receiver side, the data at presentation layer decoded, decrypted and decompressed and provide service to application layer. Okay. Then next is session layer. The layer 5 is session layer, which is responsible for establishing, managing, synchronizing and terminating session between two end user application process. Means at this layer, the two process may establish connection, manage and synchronize the connection, and after data communication, the termination of session is taken care by this layer. The main function of this session layer are dialog controller. Session layer acts as a dialog controller that creates a dialog between two processes. Means at two process, it create a connection, or we can say that it allow the communication between two process of two device, which can be either half duplex or maybe full duplex. It establish a connection between two process of the two device and maintain the process, and after data communication, it also terminate the process. And the next main function of session layer is synchronization. Synchronization means session layer add some checkpoint. Means after some bits it add some checkpoint when transmitting the data in a sequence. If some error occur in the middle of the transmission of data, then the transmission will take place again from the checkpoint. This process is known as synchronization and recovery. Means data from presentation layer come to session layer. Here it adds some checkpoints. Like here the data has added 3 checkpoints if the error occur at this point. Okay, error occur at this point. Means the first checkpoint is over and second checkpoint is over, then the retransmission will take place after the second checkpoint, means after this. Okay, so the retransmission will take place again from the checkpoint. This process is known as synchronization. Okay, this is the main function of session layer. Then transport layer. It is an important layer of OSI model. The transport layer decide if data transmission should be in parallel path or in a single path. And functions such as multiplexing, segmenting or splitting on the data are done by this layer. Means here the data is divided into small unit and the unit is known as segment. Okay, and multiplexing is done in the transport layer. It receives message from the session layer above it, convert the message into smaller unit and passes it to the network layer. Means it take data from the session layer and split the data into small segment, and the small segments are passes to network layer, and this layer can be very complex depending upon the network requirement. And so why the transport layer is also known as heart of the OSI model. And the transport layer break the message to small units so that they are handled more efficiently by the network layer. Okay, so the data are split up into small unit, and the small unit is known as segment in the transport layer. Then the network layer. In network layer, route the signal through different channels from one node to other. The network layer also acts as a network controller. It manages the subnet traffic. It decides by which route data should take. It divides the outgoing message into packet and assembles the incoming packet into message for higher level. Means the main function of network layer, it manages the subnet traffic and it decided by which route, by which path the data will be traveled in the network. Okay, and the segment in the network layer is known as packet. Means data are divided into small unit, that is known as packet in network layer, and the packet are assembled in this layer at receiver side, okay, into and go to the higher layer, and from the sender side it divide the message into packet. Then data link layer. The data link layer is responsible for the node to node delivery of the message. Means in data link layer, the node to node delivery is possible, and the main function of this layer is to make sure data transfer is error free from one node to another. Means error control is the main function of data link layer. Over the physical layer, when a packet arrives in a network, it is the responsibility of data link layer to transmit it to the host using its MAC address. Okay, means the data link layer is responsible to send the data to the particular host in the network. Okay, at the destination network, it sends the packet to the particular host using its MAC address. And the data link layer is divided into two sublayers. The first layer is logical link controller control, that is LLC, and the second layer is media access control. Okay, the packet received from network layer is further divided into frames depending on the frame size of NIC. Means at the data link layer, when the packet come from network layer, the data link layer divide it into frame, and the frame size is decided by the NIC. The frame size of, and depending on the frame size of NIC. Okay, and also it add a header and a trailer to the frame, and the header contain details about sender and receiver MAC address. Okay, data link layer provides the mechanism of error control in which it detects and retransmits the damage or lost frame. Means it also check the error. It has mechanism to check the error. If there is any error in the frame, then it discard the frame and retransmit the frame. So the packet from network layer come to data link layer. The message are divided into frame. Here the packet is known as frame and it add header and trailer. Header contain the address, MAC address of the host and sender, receiver and sender. Okay. Now the two sublayer are logical link control and media access control layer. So logical link control layer responsible for transferring the packet to the network layer of the receiver. Okay, it send the data from data link to the upper layer, that is network layer at the receiver side, and it identify the address of the network layer protocol from the header. It also provide flow control, means it also provide the flow control mechanism. And media access control layer is a link between logical link control layer and the network's physical layer. Okay, it is the interface between the physical layer and logical link control layer. It is used for transferring the packet over the network. So this is the function of data link layer. Then physical layer. The main function of the physical layer is to transmit the individual bits from one node to another node. It establishes, maintain and deactivate the physical connections. Means the physically the data moves at this layer. It specifies the mechanical, electrical and procedural network interface specification. Then function of physical layer. Function of physical layer means line configuration. It defines the way how two or more devices can be connected. Then data transmission. It defines the transmission mode. Maybe it is simplex, full duplex or half duplex. Then it also defines the topology, star topology, ring topology. Okay. Then signals. It determines the type of the signals used by transmitting the information. So all these things are decided by physical layer. So here the data from data link layer comes to physical layer and converted into signals and go through the transmission medium to the receiver side, and at the receiver side the data from physical layer go up to the data link layer. Okay. So this is all about the function of OSI model. So let us discuss it again. Repeat the function of all layer. At the application layer means user interact with the network through application layer. Okay. At then the presentation layer. At presentation layer, data encrypted, compressed and translate as per the requirement. Then data come to the session. Okay. At the session layer, the source and destination process, it use the process connection and establish the connection, and after communication it terminate the connection. And after session layer, data come to the from the session layer, data comes to the transport layer. At transport layer, it divide the data into small unit, that is known as segment. Okay. At transport layer, it divide the data into small segment, that is known as segment. Sorry. Then the segment from transport layer come to the network layer. The network layer, the segment are known as packet and here the network choose the route or choose the path by which the packet travel. Okay, and it gives the packet to the data link layer, and data link layer, it make a frame, okay, according to the NIC. Then the frame add header and trailer. The header contain the address of sender and receiver, and the frame is comes to physical layer. At physical layer, the data convert to the bits pattern, and then it convert to signal through the transmission medium. It come to the physical layer of the receiver side. Okay, so these are the functions of layer of OSI model, and in the next class we will discuss about TCP/IP model. Thank you.